What if I told you that a secret society exists? One with access to knowledge so powerful that it allows its members to shape reality itself. Many of those who have been part of this society have risen to become some of the most influential and powerful figures in history. Their achievements range from winning wars and creating timeless works of art to inventing technologies that altered the course of humanity. Would you believe me? The society I'm referring to is none other than the Freemasons. Within this organization, there are various ranks, but the most elite members belong to the highest degree, the 33rd degree Freemasons. Only a select few ever reach this level. Some notable figures associated with Freemasonry include Henry Ford, Benjamin Franklin, Mozart, and Winston Churchill. These men played key roles in shaping history, raising an important question. How is it that some of the most powerful individuals in history were all connected to the same organization? Did they have access to secret knowledge unavailable to the rest of the world? The truth is, the mysteries of Freemasonry run much deeper than just its famous members. In fact, they are rumored to have influenced some of history's most pivotal events, from the American and French revolutions to the very founding of the United States. The idea that such a group could have had a hand in shaping the world as we know it is astonishing. For generations, the Freemasons have kept their secrets closely guarded. However, today, these secrets are hidden in plain sight, woven into the very fabric of modern society, accessible only to those willing to open their eyes and see. One man, in particular, dared to bring light to the teachings of the 33rd degree Freemasons, Manly Palmer Hall. Initiated as a Freemason in 1954, it took him 19 years to reach the 33rd degree. His most influential work, The Secret Teachings of All Ages, subtly reveals Masonic wisdom, particularly the ability to shape reality through the power of the mind. In this discussion, I will share 3 core principles from Masonic teachings that can help you harness the power of your mind without compromising your integrity. However, these principles must be applied with care, as they hold great power and can become dangerous if misused. The 3 fundamental teachings. Manly Hall's The Secret Teachings of All Ages is highly sought after for a reason. The teachings within it are profound, and it's easy to see why the book has captivated so many. Through studying successful individuals throughout history, I've observed that they all applied 3 fundamental principles, the first of which is 1. The law of cause and effect. In the Sacred Teachings of All Ages, particularly in the chapter The Human Body and Symbolism, Hall emphasizes the unchanging nature of this law, stating, "The immutability of the law was stressed, that every thought and act must react according to the nature of the energy liberated thereby. This reaction was symbolized by the circle, the symbol of infinite action." Let's break this down. Hall highlights 2 key ideas, the immutability of the law and the concept of infinite action. This suggests that all events in life follow cycles. History itself is cyclical. Civilizations rise and fall, just as economies do. This pattern has been observed throughout ancient history, from the collapse of great empires to the depreciation of currencies like the German mark during wartime. There's also growing evidence that ancient civilizations existed much earlier than previously believed. Discoveries suggest that the pyramids may have been built 14,000 to 15,000 years ago. with erosion marks indicating they were affected by a great flood, possibly linked to the Younger Dryas period. Everything in life follows a cycle: birth and death, the rise and fall of nations, even the movements of financial markets. Nothing is truly linear, and at the core of this cyclical nature is infinite action. 2. The power of infinite action. Action is not just physical. It is mental and spiritual as well. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is thinking that physical effort is separate from mental effort. Some believe they must either take massive action or simply visualize success. But true creation requires all three: mental, spiritual, and physical action. Action is simply movement, energy in motion. And because energy constantly transforms from one form to another, action itself is infinite. There's always a continuous flow, a vibration of particles and energy that never ceases. This directly ties into the law of cause and effect. Nothing in life happens due to luck. There's always a cause behind every effect. We often call events luck, only because we do not fully understand the unseen forces at play. 3. Thinking in first principles. Another key observation about the most successful individuals in history is that they understand the law of cause and effect deeply. Unlike the majority, they do not reason by analogy, where people simply compare and assume things must be true based on external similarities. Most people follow trends, react to news, and make decisions based on what they see others doing. But those who master reality think differently. They reason from first principles, breaking everything down to its fundamental truths. Instead of assuming something is true because it has always been done this way, they ask, why? Digging deeper until they reach the root cause of an issue. This ability to reason from first principles separates leaders from followers. It allows individuals to become the architects of their own reality. The key to mastering reality. Mastering reality and shaping your destiny starts with authenticity. It means thinking for yourself rather than following the crowd. The moment you begin comparing yourself to others, copying their strategies, or following trends without questioning them, you lose your unique path. True creators of reality forge their own way. They apply the law of cause and effect, take conscious and deliberate action, and think in first principles. By understanding these principles, you too can begin to shape your world, aligning it with your intentions and unlocking the power of your mind. Understanding reality creation. Through first principles. When was the last time you sat down and truly questioned why things are the way they are? Most people don't take the time to reflect on this, yet it is crucial for understanding the deeper mechanisms behind reality. The key here is to grasp the first law, cause and effect. By identifying the true underlying causes behind the effects we observe in the physical world. Everything that manifests in reality is merely an effect, and by understanding its hidden origins, we can gain mastery over our own lives. This naturally leads us to the second fundamental law, the law of spirit. In The Secret Teachings of All Ages, Manly P. Hall writes in Chapter 12, Pythagorean mathematics, the universe is made up of successive gradations of good. These gradations ascend from matter, which is the least degree of good, to spirit, which is the greatest degree of good. In man, the three spheres of his threefold nature merge into a single unit, making him a single, living soul. This idea is deeply rooted in Hermetic teachings, particularly those attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary figure known as the thrice greatest. According to the Emerald Tablet, existence is structured into 3 fundamental planes: the physical, mental, and spiritual. The physical world is the most dense and tangible. The mental plane operates at a higher level, and the spiritual plane is the most refined and powerful. Ancient yogis also taught that everything originates from nothingness, the formless void. From this void, energy emerged, which then evolved into awareness, which eventually gave rise to consciousness. Consciousness, in turn, produced thought, and thought shaped the material world. This explains why the placebo effect is possible. Our minds can influence the body in profound ways, even healing illnesses that conventional medicine struggles to treat. This suggests that if we wish to create real change in our lives, we must work at the subtlest level, the level of thought and consciousness, rather than focusing solely on external circumstances. The third law, the power of imagination. Manly P. Hall goes even deeper into this idea with the third fundamental principle, the law of imagination. In chapter 25, The Pythagorean Theory of Music and Color, he writes, "Imagination is the star in man, the celestial or super-celestial body. This is the great secret of the mysteries. Imagination is the divine body in every man, the divine principle or idea by which each creature is begotten." Why does he describe imagination as a star or a celestial body? Because imagination is the driving force behind everything in existence. Einstein himself famously stated, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." Neville Goddard, a 19th century philosopher, also emphasized the power of imagination, teaching that our awareness, when combined with creative visualization, can shape reality itself. However, not all visualization is equally effective. The most potent form is creative visualization, which engages not only the mind, but also the heart. Simply picturing something is passive, but truly feeling the experience as if it were real activates the necessary forces for manifestation. Neville Goddard referred to this as thinking feelingly. When both the mind and heart are aligned toward a vision, the probability of bringing that vision into reality increases exponentially. A 30-day experiment in reality creation. To apply these principles, here's a challenge. For the next 30 days, choose one specific goal that resonates deeply with you. It can be something big or small, but it should push you slightly beyond your comfort zone while still feeling attainable. Each night, as you fall asleep, visualize yourself already having achieved this goal. Feel the emotions associated with it. Imagine different scenes that reflect this success and immerse yourself in the experience. By doing this consistently, you'll begin to notice changes in your external reality. This practice works because it influences the subtle causes behind your experiences, which then shape the physical world. The key to permanent transformation, ultimately, the most profound shift you can make, is in your identity, the beliefs you hold about who you are at your core. We tend to question everything in life, except our most deeply ingrained beliefs. Yet these are the very forces that govern our reality. The moment you redefine your identity at its root level, you will naturally begin to experience a new reality. Try this process for yourself and observe how your perception and your life begins to transform. If you found this valuable, subscribe for more insights on mastering reality creation.